Hello everybody, my name is Eric and I've been using Adobe software for many years, but now recently for 3 months I've ran an experiment on myself whether can I use free and open source software for all my design needs like architecture visualization, video editing, thumbnails and a bunch more. Before we begin today's video, I would like to thank our sponsors, you and me. Without your support it would be more difficult to make these videos, and if you like small content creators, please consider liking, subscribing and dropping down a comment if you enjoy this type of content. So with that out of the way, let's continue the video. For the corporate job I had an Adobe suite that was fully paid, so I never really bothered with anything else because, it works, the software works. As I'm on my own feet, I would have to buy the software for 70 euros a month, or about 840 per year, or 4,200 per 5 years. For that money, you could buy yourself a ticket to Paris, go to art galleries, museums, maybe a small workshop, buy yourself an espresso machine, tour around and come back. That's a lot of money. Once I got hired in the company, it was fine and I never really bothered with any other software because, well, it worked. But we did use software called Blender, and Blender is, free and open source software. So I was kind of curious, is there anything else in the game that also allows me to edit photos, edit videos for free without anything, And yes, there are software like that. There's a bunch of them. There's active communities who are making all of this software. And so let's begin with the list of the best software that I'm using now in 2026. Starting off with GIMP. GIMP is a GNU image manipulation software similar to Photoshop. It has a lot of features and honestly is basically the same thing as Photoshop. Here I was doing some architectural visualization fixes from 3D models, and additionally I created some effects like a vignette to create a more dynamic environment as well, adding some noise and some other details to make the scene a bit more realistic and pop quite nicely. The client in the end loved the result, so honestly I think this is a win for GIMP. If you're interested in drawing in GIMP, that is also possible, so check out Lynn's video over here in the corner. Moving on to Inkscape. Inkscape is the equivalent to Illustrator. It allows you to create vector graphics and create drawings or whatever that you need to do in Illustrator. It's the same thing here. You have paths, splines, points, vectors, and you can, create beautiful art, drawings and whatnot. Personally, I haven't used it all that much, but I have been using it here and there. A fun fact, I used to work as an embroidery technician, and in Inkstitch there's a possibility to create embroidery designs, and I think that's pretty cool. Also, yes, of course, it's totally free. Usually embroidery software costs thousands. Moving on to Blender. This is my favorite software that I have been using for literally 7 or 8 years. Usually Blender is mostly a 3D program, but you can also now edit videos, and the video editor is becoming better and better. Although I can use the Blender video editor, it is somewhat limited and sometimes the features are lacking. So if I do have a larger project like currently this video, I will use DaVinci Resolve. FreeCAD. FreeCAD is amazing, free and open source CAD modeling software in which you can create your own 3D models that are precise down to the millimeter or even nanometer if you're into that. Personally, I liked creating 3D models, but they were lacking precision and I wanted to do something more in real life with 3D printing, so FreeCAD was a really great application to start creating models in. Additionally, I did try SolidWorks. I even finished a couple of week-long SolidWorks course on how to create models, animations. Additionally, there was assembly. And honestly, FreeCAD can do everything, so I just ditched the expensive SolidWorks. As I mentioned previously, switching to open source software might be a little bit daunting and have bad experience, but if you learn the software, all the benefits are yours and you can reap the benefits forever. Thank you if you participate in the open source community. And with that, I would like to say thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, drop down in the comments if you have any thoughts, and I will see you another time. Ciao!